Today I have to install this full plumbing system in the bathroom wall I have built. I am not a plumber and I've never done anything like this. So is it as easy as putting together a set of Legos, or will I end up giving up and begging a licensed plumber to come and finish the work? Well, let's find out. Because it's a 7-foot wall-to-wall bathroom, I'm starting with a 3-foot spacing for my shower, and then another 3-foot-ish spacing for my toilet, and then the rest, which is about, it's just 2 feet, for my vanity. Something to keep in mind is that I'm gonna do a built shower, and so I'm gonna have a curb here, which is what I was marking at 3.5 inches inside from that 3-foot mark. So here we have the 36 inches minus 3.5, that's 32.5. And then you have to remove another inch because that's gonna be your backer board, your mortar, and your tile. Once you take all this into account, you can go ahead and mark your center line. So now I have to decide, where do I want my shower drain? And I mean, obviously you can put it in the middle of the shower, but I think I'm gonna put it somewhere here. I'm gonna put it right here. Toilet is supposed to be 12 inches from the finished wall. So again, because I'm gonna have tongue and groove, I can add 3/4 of an inch. So 12 3/4 is where it's gonna be for my toilet.
And then in a similar fashion, I just located the center line of the bathroom vanity. So there is a kitchen sink on the other side of that wall, and unfortunately it's kind of clashing with the stud. So I think for now what I'll do is that I'll just place it right outside of that stud, and I think I'll be able to figure something out.
Whoa. Whoa, that's so scary. You can see the ground. So the bottom plate, I realized that I had an actual blocking right underneath it, so it was kind of a pain in the butt, but I went ahead and just pretty much drilled through it so that I would have enough room for my plumbing to go through. So for the toilet flange, you will actually need a 4-inch hole in your subfloor. Haha! Oh, this is so weird to make holes like that in your cabin. It's a weird feeling that I don't like. So, you know, I always do mistakes because I've never done a cabin like this. So that is my 2-inch hole. That's my 2-inch pipe. Oh, it doesn't fit. Here's my 1.5-inch hole, and here's my 1.5-inch pipe. It doesn't fit either. So, again, a stupid mistake that could have been avoided by just looking at the outside diameters of this pipe, which is more, yeah, 1.5-inch pipe is a 1.5-inch inside diameter, so the outside diameter is actually almost 2 inches. So a 2-inch pipe is 2 3/8. No. So I had more instances of blocking in the way, and this time it was definitely not as patient, and I just, busted pieces of it so that I would have enough room for the plumbing, and you know what, it'll be okay. So just as a quick reminder, that's what I'm trying to install today. So you see here that I have the bathroom P-trap, and then that's the kitchen sink, and then the toilet, and then finally the bathroom sink over there, and obviously I have to do also all the venting that will go through the roof.
So let's take a minute now to talk about today's sponsor, Discount Lots. If you have been enjoying my content, you're probably looking at building a cabin either for your personal use or maybe just like me as a rental property. And well, to build a cabin, you're going to need a piece of land to build it on. Discount Lots offer a simple process to acquire land. They have an easy-to-use website that lets you search plots of land based on your criteria. You do not need a real estate agent to make a purchase, which removes any commission or extra fees. The land plots can be purchased cash, or they also provide some financing options for you. They provide you with a lot of valuable information concerning the plot, but you probably will still need to do a little bit of research concerning zoning, especially if you're planning on building. All you would have to do would be to research the zoning for the specific county the land is located in and find out what can be done with that land, especially if you want to do a short-term rental or building a tiny house, for example. Keep in mind that different counties have different rules. Discount Lots provided me with a link to share with you guys to get 10% off your next land purchase using the coupon code DL for Discount Lot Cabin Guy 10. The link can be found in the description below. So thank you Discount Lots for sponsoring my content, and let's go back to the plumbing installation.
Whoa, okay.
at some point, you just gotta get going. So we're gonna get started with this for the shower, which is gonna go below. But I know I'm gonna have to transition that from a 2 inch to 1.5 to connect to this through the wall. So this will go under the wall here, and then it will get connected to this, and then this will stick out here. 6.25 of a 2 inch pipe. Ah! All right. You can't imagine how nice I am to bring the camera down here for you guys to see all this. So, this guy here, it's gonna have a 1.5 go like this. And then you have your 2 inch here, and then this goes here. See, look, so that's kind of what we want. I don't know what you can see at this point, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then twist it. Oh, okay. And then, all right, so we're trying to really keep it aligned. Oh my, don't get all in the dirt. All right, so now is the moment of truth. So once you put the glue, it's go time. Oh no! Put some on my clothes. All right, so now is the time where, oh my goodness, it's so stressful. No, please, please. Oh no, 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 no. Please stay straight. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hope I got it right. Will it hold itself? We said, what, 3/4 from the bottom of this. And this needs to be kind of like centered like here. Glued the bottom, so now all of this is attached to what we just made. So the next step is this. That stuff is so bad. I don't know if plumber do it. Do they wear masks? Did it really literally breeze that glue all day long? Oh my gosh, they must pass out from that stuff. So we're at the kitchen sink here, and I'm trying to locate where the drain is going to stick out of the wall, you know, in the kitchen cabinet. And typically, based on my research, it would be, wow, that's pretty low. 15.5 is what I'm going to do. 15.5. Okay, now that's when you have to be careful. Try and put it as straight as you can, because when this is done, it's done. Wow, this works so well. Look at this, perfect square cut. I'm gonna start working on the toilet assembly. So below this is gonna be a 90-degree sweep, and then 3 inch, and then this is gonna connect to this, which is gonna be below the wall. And then here, I'm gonna reduce it from a 3 inch to a 2 inch, because that's the size of my vent. So I just cut this little piece so I can assemble those two. There you go. So remember, for the toilet, I'm using a 2 inch size vent. So let's see how that's gonna work here, because we have some stuff in the way. We're gonna be able to make it work. This is all just dry fit at this point, so that I have something down there that sticks out. I guess we'll go down there, even though I don't really want to, because it's probably freezing cold. I really start to feel like some sort of a cabin creature. Something like that. So something I'm figuring out is that when you dry fit it, it's really out to actually get the pipe all the way in. And so actually sometimes, once you put the glue in the primer, you can actually get it all the way in. So that's something to take into account when you do your lens and dry fitting, because it might end up being different than when you think it is when you dry fit it. Okay. Come on. That's it. Is that it? Okay. So here's another reality of a cabin building. Look at the temperature inside the cabin. That is 25 degrees Fahrenheit. And for my European friends, oh, that's minus 3.8 Celsius. So yeah, I've been freezing my butt here. Look at this. Yeah, I can't wait for spring. This is getting way too cold to work, even with being inside the cabin. And obviously this wants to fall down, so I'm holding the pipe with my feet sticking out of the flanc. Alright, so that's what I thought was going to happen at some point. It's that I get to a point where I can't get the piece in, so can I force it in? Yeah, whatever. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Here's actually pretty good because something else that I've read online is you actually should put a slight slope in this one, because this is, this is the vent, and so obviously you're going to have rain that's going to get in there, and also water that could condensate, and so it's a good practice to slope it so that it will go back down here and here, and go down to the, to the septic tank. So I think we're good to glue everything. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness, getting to the limitation of that was not the best idea, I guess. Let's see if we can get the glue in there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, I was about to do a mistake, so let's see. You see this guy here for the bathroom sink. I can't take it all the way up because of this, so I'm gonna have to turn and go through this wall. And then I need to connect here. That's what I forgot to do. So just so you know, this here, I have a mark here for a bathroom sink. This is going to be 18.5 from the floor. I have to connect this to here. So I'm going to have to cut this. I don't like that because there's so many ways to mess this up. So, yeah, technically I need to cut this. All right. Woo! Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, this is looking good.
And just as a reminder, this venting system in the wall is needed because we have P-traps at all of our drains, and without venting to the outside, you would siphon the water sitting in your P-trap and release sewer gases in your cabin. So venting is actually very important and also code required, by the way.
Oh goodness, come on, because obviously you want this very straight. That will go all the way through the roof. Boom. So I would say that this was probably the easy part. Now I still have to do everything that's below the cabin and connect it to the septic system. So here's what we're trying to do below. We're going to have a Y here. That's going to be the end of the line. Then there's going to be the kitchen sink, another Y to capture that. Then here, we're going to transfer it to the vertical, cap it here, and then the toilet is going to come out lower here. And then the last one is going to be the bathroom sink. That's going to have to be lower as well, about here. And then obviously 3-inch pipe here, 3-inch, 3-inch, and then this guy like that. Man, if that's even possible. And then boom, and then we connect back to the sewer. It's fairly clear that, you see this guy, it's not gonna work where it is. It needs to be, it's not even centered on the wall perfectly, because obviously I guesstimated it. So I think I'm gonna have to somehow move it. Should be here, in between those two. I don't know, that's gonna play out. I'm gonna have to dig it out, but I think we're gonna worry about that later on. Now we can do kind of a fit. Let's see. I put this right here, kind of like that. Does that look good? Yeah, I think it is. I hope you don't mind getting dirty, because crawl space work is dirty work. Here's a life lesson for you. I was trying to like fit everything dry, but obviously you can't get everything in when it's like fully dry. It won't go all the way in. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the primer. It's gonna help lubricate it and it will fit, which I did. And then everything, you know, was fitting correctly. Absolutely impossible to remove this thing now that the primer is on, which maybe is common knowledge, but I just didn't know. So I tried everything to pull it out, you know, soap and water, hammering it out. This thing will not budge. I mean, to the point where I'm like, why do we even put glue? Because this is like not going anywhere. So anyway, pretty disappointing, because now I'm gonna have to run to the store just so that I can buy one of this piece and a coupler. This is so annoying. And I don't live close to Lowe's. Like, this is like an hour shot just to get that one thing. But that's what happens when you do stuff you don't know what you're doing. All right, let's go to Lowe's.
Look, if you're a DIYer, we have all been there. You either break something or forgot that one piece you needed, so you need to just stop everything you're doing, get in your car, drive all the way to Lowe's or Home Depot, just for that one item that you needed.
So we cut that. Okay, so just like this. I'm doing countless kind of tryouts, you know, doing all I can to mock everything up so that when I glue those together and slide it up, that, you know, everything will line up correctly. Okay, I think we're good. You see this? More or less, I think we're gonna be able to make this work. All right, let's go. Okay. What the hell is going on?
Plumbing is definitely stressful work, because once you try and put the glue on, you only got a few seconds to work this thing in.
I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but okay. Well, let's hope this will work. But the idea is that I want this to capture that, and then I'm gonna have this guy below. The problem now is to know, well, first, is that even gonna work? I wish I could. Ah. Okay. Ah. Oh, look at this. This is almost gonna have to be like very close. So now is the next challenge, figuring out the lengths here between those two. And obviously, you see that this one is not long enough, so I'm gonna have to expand it some. Okay, so moment of truth, trying to connect all this together. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, come on. Hey, that was not bad. I mean, I put a decent slope. Yeah, not too bad, like, yeah, I mean, whatever. It's what we need. Making progress here. Probably the most difficult part is still left to be done, because now I have to dig out this guy to see what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I guess I'm good to go get my little shovel. So let's see.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I was not too excited about the idea of digging the line out after all the effort it took me to put it there in the first place, but honestly, I had no choice.
Let's think about it. Looks like that would work. Well, we're about to find out if this was a terrible idea or not. I swear this is not gonna work. All right, so you see what we got. It's gonna be tough, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. If I get it in right here, it's gonna have to be fast. But if I get it in right here and I rotate it, see, like, oh man, that's not, it might work, but I might end up being stuck with this attached and not be able to get this one in. I think it's gonna work. Are you willing to take the bet with me? This is gonna be an interesting one. All right. Oh, jeez. Oh, victory! Okay, it's not that straight, but I don't care. It's in. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It worked. Well, actually, you know what? This one is not straight, but maybe this one is. Yeah, it's a little bit off, but it's really not that bad. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I really thought it was not gonna work.
And then you guessed it, then more digging. Yeah, I love it. Because I really needed to expose a few feet of the sewer line to have enough space to actually access it and cut it.
Okay, I don't know if I got it all the way in. Oh yeah, I did. All right, so I'm not gonna need that anymore. Okay. Okay, so now is the fun part. Now is the part where this has to fit. Will it fit? I don't know. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I mean, I'm guessing we're gonna force this one in up and then force this one. But again, it's gonna have to all happen at once. And those are like big 4 inches. They're not easy to mess with. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh. You see this? Lovely. Lovely, lovely stuff. All right, so now is the glue part. Okay, how am I gonna do this? There's way too many pieces. I need to have them all accessible. All right, come on, man. Last one. No, come on. No. No. No, no, no. Oh. Oh, that was so close to being screwed up. Oh my goodness. This was so stressful. The bottom one would not get in. Incredible.
So here are some close-up of everything close to being finished and how I ended up connecting everything back to that sewer line that I had buried in the ground about a year ago. So after everything got nice and dry, I was ready to just fill it back in with all that dirt. In the next episode, I will attempt to install the water lines. Working with PEX should be much easier and forgiving than PVC, so click on the link and go check that episode. I will see you next time.